The COVID-19 has affected over 150,000 globally, with about 8,000 deaths. Persons with the disease have been quarantined to avoid spreading to others. Since the outbreak of COVID-19, business activities globally have faced a dip, running into huge financial losses. Already, the airline industry is one of the hardest hit, with airlines losing billions of dollars due to a huge drop in bookings. The sector that is beginning to also feel the brunt of the outbreak of the COVID-19 is the hotels and recreational sector. According to the Ghana Hotels Association, booking for rooms or conferences have seen a massive drop in numbers. The president of the Ghana Hotels Association, Dr. Edward Akanyamike, explains that due to the low patronage, hotel managers have been compelled to lay off casual workers to reduce their cost of operations.
It is very true. They've started laying off some casual workers. Because, you see, the thing is that a lot of the expenses in the hotel industry are kind of fixed. Whether you like it or not, you have to pay, whether they are guests or not, okay? So then the situation is aggravated when you don't have guests coming in at all. And the only way you can do that and stay in business is to lay off some of the staff. And the usual first point of call is the casual staff. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to send people home knowing very well that they have mouths to feed and they also have their own personal needs to take care of. Okay, we believe that these are times that our government needs to demonstrate some empathy for the contributors to the economy of the country. And the hotel and the tourism sector is one area that is very key to the economy.
We lay off all casual workers. We
laid off all casual workers?
Yes.
How many were they?
Yes, 80.
Oh.
Yes, we laid them all off. We had no choice. I have still 150 permanent staff, and I only have 25 rooms occupied now, and I have averagely 10 to 15 covers in my restaurant, and I believe our 150 staff members can handle the situation.
To help contain the spread, the government of Ghana has announced some major steps which have affected both the airline and the hospitality sectors. Individuals from countries that have recorded more than 200 cases of COVID-19 are being restricted from entering the country, except Ghanaians or persons with special passage rights. This means that passengers scheduled to fly into Ghana from countries like the UK, China, Italy, Brazil, Austria, Belgium, Canada, France and Germany, among others, cannot do so until such a time that the restrictions are revised. There has been a huge economic impact caused by the pandemic as air travel has reduced drastically. The hotel managers say should the problem persist, they may eventually end up facing severe challenges that may collapse their businesses. Renee Vincent Ernst is the general manager of the Labadi Beach Hotel.
Clearly affected everybody. We're talking about a worldwide phenomenon here, and we've not been spared. Obviously, due to all the overseas travel being now curbed, it has a huge impact in our conferences and so forth. No doubt about that, and we see that in the occupancies, which are down, of course. So yes, it's not a nice thing at all to be part of, but we'll have to go through it and see what we can pick up later in the year. Occupancies have reduced for certainly about 35-40%. Which is significant at this time of the year because this is our peak time. This is when we need to be strong. So we've been severely handicapped by what is happening at the moment, no doubt.
I wouldn't want to go as far as saying they will close down. But let me just say that they will face serious challenges. They will face serious challenges, and I'm sure a lot of them will have to lay off a lot of their workers. They will have to operate with skeleton staff to make sure that they survive the period.
The association further wants government to come up with some tax cuts to relieve them of some burdens. The president of the Ghana Hotels Association, Dr. Edward Akanyamike Jr., tells Citi Business News, even though hotel managers are still paying high utility bills, there is a sharp drop in patronage. He is followed by the general manager of Accra City Hotel, Roman Krabel.
We are looking at things like, is it possible to reduce the VAT rate as we pay now? Is it possible to even adjust the electricity tariffs and water tariffs for us? Is it possible to look at suspending the payments we make to the regulatory bodies, including like property rates and those things? We are not asking for injection of money per se, which in itself could be a possibility, because then you could grant loans at interest-free rates just to ensure that the industry survives.
All hoteliers in Accra are waiting for an official announcement, for an official letter till this minute. And we are looking for, of course, I don't want to call about tax waiver issues, but I believe we need to a reduction in VAT, drastically a reduction in tourism levy. Yeah, we are waiting to get a better rate on ECG bills and water bills. Even how I speak now, water is a big problem for Accra City and my neighbor, for Mövenpick. There's no constant water supply. People are talking, wash your hand, and we have water tankers coming every 2 hours. So the government has to work also on water supply constantly and give us also a better rate on this one.
Aside the issue of low patronage triggered by COVID-19, some of these hotels are also laying off their casual workers. For Citi Business News, I am Jessica Ayoko Ayi.